What is going on, everyone? Triple D here, Deceit, Delusion, and Detection. Welcome to the show. Welcome to episode 24. Let's talk black crime, black on white crime report. It's definitely here. Definitely, we got a lot of goodies in the goodie bag like we always do for each episode that we do here. But again, welcome, everyone. Happy July 4th. Whether you celebrate it or not, I'm going to throw it out there and I'm going to say it again. Happy July 4th, people. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Wow. And let's talk about a few things. Let's talk about a few things before we get into the actual stories that we're going to cover. The stories that we're going to dig into. Let's talk about a few things over the weekend. What happens every weekend, people? Maybe in your city, maybe in your nearby city. What happens every weekend? What comes to mind? What comes to mind? Well, before we start to get in, before we dig in, I just want to share a couple stories with you people. On a side note, so what happens every weekend? I don't know, Triple D, you tell us. Hey, we got mass shootings. We have mass shootings, and we also have mass shootings. Actually, another mass shooting and another mass shooting. We've got 5 mass shootings within, days apart from each other. How does that sound? Does that not sound relevant? Yeah, it does, Triple D. But we're just going to start off this episode with exposing more mass shootings. What are your thoughts on that, people? What are your thoughts on that? Well, surprisingly, let's check it out real quick. We're going to check it out real quick. We are going to check these lovely stories out. Look at this, people. And remember, white supremacy is the biggest threat to the United States of America. To all the people and oppressed people of color. And the big, bad, mean white man is the problems for everyone. And the Ku Klux Klan and the Nazis and every bad, mean white woman, man, woman, and child is out there hunting and preying on black people. Reason why I'm trying to get at these stories is because I found some other stories that led to other stories like we always go through. And I just want to make a mockery of things, all right? So, again, white America is blamed constantly for mass shootings, for all the crimes, for systemic racism in general, right? And crimes, etc. But we're here to call it out. We're here to call out the bullshit, right? So let's check it out. We've got some mass shootings. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this because we have some other stuff we're going to cover in relations to what we're talking about before we get into the stories. All right, shut up, Triple D. Get to the point. All right, I apologize, people. Let's get to it. So look at this. 5 killed, 2 injured in Philadelphia shooting. All right, when was this? July 3rd. So this was yesterday, people. All right. Yesterday, and it was updated today. So your lovely black communities, your lovely black people, your lovely black culture, the ones pumping their black fists in the air, telling you how rotten and how bad you are the ones continuously killing not only each other, but they're killing whites as well. Well, you can't say that, Triple D. Of course I can. And we're going to talk about 5 stories in relevance to that after these ones. So when I dug into this, look at this. Okay, mass shooting. This is in Philly. I tried looking for the info on this person, nothing. And then this one pulled up. Look at mass shooting, same kind of thing. Trial postponed for Maurice Hill. This guy was another black mass shooter who shot at cops. All right, in 2021. Okay, we really don't need to get into this, but here's your lovely black peach. So I was trying to look just for a picture, but before we look for a picture, look what in Philly happened there on the 3rd. This is what the description of the suspect is. They talk about the victims, right? All right. But you can tell what neighborhoods it is basically just off the names. Lashide Merritt, all right, Damir, Dejan, all right, Wama, last name Wama. So again, you're in what neighborhood are we in? These aren't all. You know what? Screw it. These are all white supremacist names and first and last names, right? No, of course not. So listen to this. Philly suspect. This is what the description is. Let's see if they mention race. The suspect, a 40-year-old man, had a semi-automatic rifle, a handgun, ballistic vest, and a police scanner. We'll leave it at that because we've got so many stories to talk about. So that's it. So what? Just to educate each and every one of you, if you're new here, if you're not truly familiar with things, what happens? What do we expect when the media, all right, our lovely media, which we're going to kind of talk a little bit into that as well, our lovely media fails to, announce of the suspect's race, right? So if they don't state the suspect's race, what does that, 80% of the time, what does that mean, people? Yeah, the suspect is black. So that's why I got to this story trying to look for a picture, which led to the actual updated picture. So here is your lovely mass shooter that they fail. They said the suspect, it's a black suspect, all right? Philadelphia mass shooting victims named as aggressive loner. So mental health, now the new term is an aggressive loner. So black people are now loners, right? So this is it, updated July 4th. Listen to the name of this. Kim Brady Carriker, 40, is now in police custody after he was arrested in connection with the killings in the mass shooting. Anyway, so here's a lovely peach. Check the other one out. Remember we talked about what happens every weekend, people. We talk about Detroit. We talk about Baltimore. We talk about Philly. We talk about Chicago. Jesus, Chicago, St. Louis, etc., right? It's nonstop black violence. It's nonstop black mob crimes and black mob violence everywhere. Flash mobs, looting, rapes, mass shootings, carjackings, home invasions. Yeah. But again, we are told that white supremacy is the biggest threat to the United States of America. Isn't that nice, right? Sticking the finger in our faces nonstop. Check this one out. 3 dead, 8 hurt in mass shooting hours after annual festival in Fort Worth, Texas. Hey, forgot to put in Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas, isn't it? Right? It's a big, big state. And here's another mass shooting that happened in Fort Worth, Texas, right? The shooting happened hours after an annual Como Fest has ended, but police said that there were still lots of people in the area, and we're not going to read that, but there was 11 victims. Remember, what is a mass shooting? What is a mass shooting? It is 3. Again, the definition continuously changes to the narrative of the one creating or reporting the coverage of the story. We're going to leave it at 4 or more injured at a crime scene, killed or injured at a crime scene used with a firearm. So, Mr. Joe Blow shoots up a place, kills 1, injures 3 more. Anything that's 4 or more is labeled and considered a mass shooting. Okay, got that? It used to be 3 or more, but Mr. Lovely Obama put it up a notch because it was just completely getting out of hand in your lovely chocolate cities, as Colin Flaherty would say. God rest in peace, Mr. Colin Flaherty. All right, let's check it out. So that's in Fort Worth, Texas. Let's check out the next one that happened. Oh, come on. We got to find some of these big, bad white supremacist mass shooters out there that continuously were told that mass shooting is a white thing. Remember, mass shooting is 70 to 75% of all mass shooters are black. Well, you can't say that, Triple D. Of course we can. Of course I will. Why? Because we go off stats. We go off statistics. We go off facts. We go off of the evidence, of the information, the evidence that's provided to us. I don't give a shit if it hurts people's feelings, right? Facts over feelings. How many times have you heard that one? All right, so this was June. I still wanted to throw it in there. This was Chicago, our lovely Chicago, Juneteenth. I had to throw it in there. So look at this. 3 mass shootings. Remember, Juneteenth. Remember, blackety black. I'm still, or we're still waiting for White History Month. We're still waiting for, a month that's going to be represented or named for white Europeans or white people, white America. Are you not? Are we not? Where's ours, right? We're the majority of the country. Why can't white people have it? Jewish people have theirs, right? They can continuously talk about how Jewish they are. Hispanics, Latino, or Hispanic, they got their holidays, right? What about Asians? Same thing, whatever. Everybody can be proud to be of their culture, right? Their ethnic group. They're proud of it, but not the mean bad white man. No, of course not, because they're racist. They're everything in the book, Triple D. So be careful of the mean bad white man. What are you trying to get at? 3 mass shootings reported in Chicago area 2-day span over Juneteenth. And who's committing all these crimes? Is it those mean bad white supremacists with pitchforks running through black neighborhoods, black communities, burning it down, stealing, robbing, raping, looting the black community, the black people? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It is black on black crime. And if passerbyers, do-gooders, ones that are up to no harm, up to minding their own business, they get caught in the crossfire. Yeah, happens all the time. Check it out. Check another one out. 2 dead, 28 injured in Baltimore block party mass shooting, police say. Look at this. Here it is. The 2 who were killed are adults. More than a dozen are injured, with minors, police said. Violence are also reported in Chicago. We just covered a quick one there. Washington, D.C., in Wichita, Wichita, Kansas. We're going to cover that one next. This is the thing, people, right? Don't let the media don't let the media control you. Do the research for yourself. Go off independent, third-party independent reporting, okay? News media sites and stuff like that. Or screw it. Dig into a story and dig in further like we do here. And you'll definitely be shocked and amazed of where things actually turn to and the information that you get. Let me have a sip of my beer. Cheers. Top of the morning to you. Salute. Whatever. Enjoy your drinks, people. 1 second. Let me have a swig. All right. So, again, let's read the title. So, people, find us one story over the weekend, in the last couple of weeks, of a white mass shooter. All right? It's pretty much been most recent for, I think they tried to label that one Hispanic guy who shot up like a mall. He was an illegal from Mexico. He wasn't even registered as an American, but he had a license, he had a vehicle, he was going to school, or he's working here. Isn't that nice, right? And they labeled him as a neo-Nazi or white supremacist. Do you remember that one? That was maybe less than a month ago. But again, you won't find white people doing this. If you do, they're pieces of shit. Yes, we know. Yes, we can agree. No person should be harmed any way other. But 70 to 75% of all mass shooters are what, people? Black. No. Let's check out the next one. 9 shot, 2 trampled in mass shooting at Wichita, Kansas nightclub. Look at the title on this one. Look at it. City. It should be saying City. Nights. Okay? It's more black club. Look like a club here full of, all the brothers and sisters go to. All the fellas and the lovely ladies, as our good friend, rest in peace, would state. Again, right? That is what's going on in the neighborhoods. And where is it coming from? Black people. What communities is it coming from? Black communities. Who is being blamed for it all? White America. That's what it is, isn't it? You sick of it yet? Well, I'm sure sick of it. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to continue to embarrass. I'm going to continue to throw story after story after story just like this out there and really show and shine how stupid people really are. We're going to call out the hypocrisy, and we're going to call out the black bullshit. And we're also going to call out the media for doing it, all right? And let's talk about some of the stories before we get into the nitty-gritty. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. This one's going to be a long one, about an hour and a half, people, so just bear with me. It's July 4th. Grab a drink, grab a celebration, whether you work tomorrow or not. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy life, people. Life is too short. Right? Surround yourself around good people and good environments. Same thing. If you want a good life or you want to live long and prosperous, stay away from negative environments and surroundings and negative people. How many times have we talked about that? Yeah, you know where I'm getting at. Quickly, we'll talk about the stories, then we'll lead into the mass shootings that we're completely, amazed by. No, we're not, because it's nonstop. Okay, first story we're going to cover is in Memphis, Tennessee. Remember, the most dangerous city in the United States is where, people? It is in Memphis, Tennessee. Why is it the most dangerous? Well, it's the most populated. That city is the most populated. I think it's like 65% black. Isn't that a coincidence? Yeah, it's not a coincidence. That's facts, and that's the truth. Go ahead and look it up. Memphis, Tennessee. Elderly white female. Elderly white woman. Okay, assaulted, robbed, and her cat is run over. Okay, we'll get into that one. Sounds crazy? Sounds stupid? Yeah, well, it's true. It happens. And it doesn't stop. All right? Another white victim due to black crime. Second story is a little bit older. So that first story was relevant literally less than a week, a couple days, I think. This one's a little bit older. I've got so many videos from black on white crimes and black on white violence and stories and news episodes. It just doesn't stop. So I'm going to start to throw them in here. Left, right, center, up, down, 180, 360, etc. Okay, so just be prepared. We need to shine white victims to light, whether you agree with the stories or not, people. Okay, ex-NFL player, black, brutally assaults his white ex-girlfriend in her home in front of child. Okay, this one's crazy. So I've got the news version, and then we're going to watch the 30, 40-second version of just uncut. Him literally beating the living shit out of her. It's hard to watch, people, because that's someone's daughter. Okay, it is definitely hard to watch. That's the second story. Third story is in Florida, and there was a white man who was pistol whipped, robbed in his home By whom, people? Black suspects. Again, find a story after story of white suspects going into black neighborhoods, going into black communities, and robbing, assaulting, raping, and murdering black people. Doesn't happen. And that's why it's so important we share these stories. Again, people, whether you respect the commentary behind these stories or these videos or not, find the videos, find the articles, and share them amongst yourselves, okay? All right? That's our responsibility. That's the least you can do. All right? You want to contribute to a cause? You want to feel good about yourself? Share it and shed it to light. Okay? Fourth story, Quincy, Mass. This one's a little bit older, but again, throwing it in there. We have a white pregnant female who was assaulted in the street by teens. Let me rephrase that, because that's what the media continuously tells us is teens, black teens. What else is new? And the last story we're going to cover is Philadelphia, which we talked about, the mass shooting, one of the 5 that just occurred recently over the weekend, this week, etc. Philadelphia, we have 8. This is relevant. 8 black suspects assault random white female in the street. Actually, a couple months old, I believe, but it's still relevant, man. It's like it just doesn't stop. Blacks are running rampant everywhere. Millions upon millions of black criminals are out running rampant everywhere, hunting, preying, and looking maybe for you. So keep your head on a swivel at all times, people. Be prepared, okay? Let's do this. Remember we talked about mass shooting? We're about 17 minutes in. This is definitely going to be about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So just bear with me, people. Let's go. Let's get this shit show started. But before we do that, let me water the palate one more time. Go. You got about 5 to 10 seconds. Go ahead and get yourself a drink. Grab your snack. Get your front row seat to the shit show circus, because we're about to start here in about 5 seconds. All right. You ready? Ready for the shit show? So again, Are we not constantly told how bad we are, white people in general? Are we constantly being told how racist white people are for no real conclusive or evidence, right? Are we not told that white police officers are hunting black men? This is being told from people of color nonstop. Is that not what we told? Yeah. We also have Hollywood actors and actresses throwing this shit in our face. Our politicians throwing this stuff in our face. Our lovely media throwing this stuff in our face, promoting this, right? They promote this nonstop. And we also have athletes that do the same thing, do we not? You can't even watch a sport anymore without Black Lives Matter being thrown in your face, or black athletes telling you how rotten white people are, or they want to stay away from white people, and how they're the cause and the problem to all of this, and etc. Well, I wanted to talk about this because, a lot of people respect this athlete that we're going to talk about. And I always judge a person based off their actions, not off the color of their skin. And I do that for all people, including white people. How's that sound? Oh, but Triple D, white isn't a culture. White isn't a race. Yeah, okay. On to the next one, please. How many times you heard that one? Oh, white's not a culture. White's not a race. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we can really tell you how where you're getting your information from. It's a bag of fucking nothing. That's where it's coming from. But anyway, this athlete that we're going to talk about, we talk about mass shootings. You know who the biggest enemy of the black community is? It's not the white man. It's not the white man. It's the black man. 90 to 92% of all deaths black deaths are caused from another black person. Black community doesn't want you to know that. Black community doesn't want to accept that. They deny that. And the media covers it up. They steer it away and they put blame on the white man, right? They scare the black community. The media, this is the thing about IQ and intelligence and etc., but the black community feeds into this. They soak into it like a sponge. They absorb it and they're like, oh yeah, we got the white man we can blame for all our problems. 90 to 92% of all black deaths are committed from another black person. Let's just shit and blame the white man because the media tells us so. It must be true, right? So what I'm getting at here is, here's one of your thing. I apologize if it's a little pixeled. I'm just grabbing these real quick. Who's this? It's LeBron James, right? You think this is a little bit of black privilege, do you think? Yeah, he might be an excellent basketball player, etc., right? Just like many other athletes, white athletes, Hispanic athletes, Asian athletes, whatever. But let's read let's read some comments and so-called quotes that Mr. LeBron James, or Mr. King James, Michael Jordan's better in my opinion, let's read into it. Here are some statements from LeBron James telling you white people how it is. All right? Unless you are a person of color, you guys don't understand. I understand you might feel for us, but you will never truly understand what it is to be black in America. Well, why don't you give us an example of that, Mr. James? You're making what, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 million every couple years? Million. I'm not talking about a couple hundred thousands. We're talking about million. Millions. Isn't that black privilege? How'd you get there? You're probably not from your academics, not from your academical scores, like your studies. I can guarantee you that. You just bounced a basketball on a piece of wood and threw it into a little hoop with a bit of mesh in it, and you're getting paid millions upon millions and millions of dollars. And who finances all that? Who created this, right? We're going to go into that real quick before these stories. That's the first quote. What are your thoughts on that, people? Here's another one. Being black in America, it's tough. And we got a long way to go for us as a society, for us as African Americans, until we feel equal in America. Again, it's all about blackity black black. Oh, the poor black man. Do you think this guy was oppressed? Do you think that this black man was oppressed? Mr. LeBron James, do you think he was oppressed? His father was never in his life. What else is new? Hey, and there's another statistic. He just doesn't like it. Black people don't like to hear the statistics. You know, like 65 to 70% of all black children growing up are not only born out of wedlock, meaning that the parents aren't married, appropriately, but the father is absent. Okay, not in the picture. Again, who's to blame? White America, right? The poor plus black man. And who's raising these children? You know, single parents, single mother parents, or single fathers, or broken homes, or whatever you want to call it, right? But again, who has to pay and suffer for that? Who's paying the welfare bill for these single mothers that are popping 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 black kids out? You know, they're collecting $300, $400, $500, $600 off each kid living on welfare, living off the social assistance or the government. Your taxpayers' money, right? Who's the majority of the taxpayers that pay for the black community? It's white people. Yes, it is. White mid-class taxpayers. Yeah. So, but again, we don't know how it feels because we're not black and African Americans until we feel equal in America. What's equal? What's equal? How much more can we give, right? Like, anywhere you look, everywhere you look, everything is blackwashed. You know, people are being thrown in jail, for speaking out against this nonsense. But let's go. Let's continue. We are scared as black people in America. Black men, black women, black kids. We are terrified. Oh, yeah? Who are you terrified for? And look at this. Black Lives Matter t-shirt. Who are you terrified from, Mr. LeBron James? Are you terrified from the white man? Because this is what he's trying to imply. He's implying white police officers. With all the Breonna Taylor bullshit and all the Ahmaud Arbery bullshit and all the George Floyd bullshit and all these Michael Brown bullshit, hands up, don't shoot. This is what they do. They feed into the narrative. This is how dumb. Let me talk about it a little bit better here. Ignorant, meaning not educated. Right. This is how ignorant these people are. Right. They just feed into it. Can't even spell correctly. Can't spell properly. Their grammar is like a big bag of horse shit. And I'm telling you, I'm not the greatest either. You know, I have difficulty sometimes reading certain words, specifically African American names. But again, I admit I'm wrong when I'm wrong. All right, I'm not in denial. I'm not denying it. I'm not the best in spelling or reading, but I do the best that I can. I try. I don't sit on my hands. Right? We do the best that we can, and it is what it is. But who's he implying to? LeBron James is implying to white police officers, right? So it's white police officers' fault who are arresting black criminals. Remember this, because the poor oppressed black man from 400 years of slavery, and that's what we're going to be continuously told. Doesn't matter how much money we give them. Doesn't matter how much food we give them. Living features. I'm trying to think like costs. You know, pay for their Section 8 housing, etc. Right? Giving them all the loans, giving them free this, free that, etc. Doesn't matter. The white man is still going to be continuously blamed. The white man will continuously be taken advantage of and played a fool. That's exactly what it is. Check it out. LeBron James, Black Lives Matter. How's that make you feel? Look at this. LeBron James. And y'all wonder why we say that the police And y'all wonder why we say what we say about the police. Someone please tell me, what the fuck is this? Exactly, another black man being targeted? Yeah, okay. You know, the only one targeting black men are black men. I told you, 90 to 92% of all black deaths are committed and caused from another black person. So fuck off. I apologize if you hear some fireworks behind me in the background here. Things are going off, so I apologize. Exactly, another black man being targeted. This shit is so wrong and so sad. I feel so scary for him. I feel so sorry for him, his family, and our people. Not white people. His black people. Do you see how self-centered this is? Everyone talks about how whites are the most racist people. You know who the most racist people are? These people. You know why? Triple D is going to tell you. I am going to tell you because black people are race-obsessed. Plain and simple. What does race obsessed mean? All they do is can talk about how blackety black they are and everything they do. I'm a black athlete. I'm a black astronaut. I'm a black chef. I'm a black doctor. I'm a black teacher. Black business owner. Black. Do you know the hypocrisy if white doctors stated, oh, I'm a white doctor. Oh, I'm a white astronaut. Oh, I'm a white athlete. Oh, I'm a white dentist. I'm just throwing shit out. You see how stupid it sounds? But this is blackety black in your face nonstop. Non-stop. Let's go to the next one. Oh, I'm not reading this one. We got so much to cover. All right. Here's LeBron James again. Fuck this, man. We demand change. Sick of it. Change. Look at it. Oh yeah, another angry black man who's fucking pampered. Went to a Catholic white high school. Pampered the shit out of, right? In Ohio. All surrounded by white people, and now he's 20 years later. He's saying, wait until you read some of his comments. Wait. Change doesn't happen with just talk. It happens with action. It needs to happen now. For my promise, school kids, and communities across the country, it's on us to make a difference together. That's why your vote is, I can't read this, more than a vote with a black fist. Black Lives Matter. Fuck off. Oh, look at this one. All right, LeBron James. We are literally hunted in response to Ahmaud Arbery's death. He's not being hunted. You think this black man, this black athlete, one of the best basketball players ever to play the game, is hunted by police? Absolutely not. And look at this. I can't breathe. It's not breathe. It's breathe. All right. Oh, my God. Let's check out the next one. Fact. LeBron James quotes on white people taken out of context. This guy here, look at what James said. So NBA superstar LeBron James said he wanted, quote, nothing to do with white people. And now they're trying to defend it and retract it, right? So he's the victim now, right? Oh, I want nothing to do with white people. I'll just suck them dry, right? Suck them dry. Here it is again. Did LeBron James say he wants nothing to do with white people? Yes, he did. He definitely did. Quotes LeBron James as saying, I don't want nothing to do with white people. I don't believe they want anything to do with me. I don't want no white friends. It's me and my boys. All right. And here's your truth factor, whatever the hell that means. Political fact. LeBron James, discomfort. Listen to this shit. Discomfort in white spaces is an all too familiar part of the black experience. Do you think this guy went through any prejudice or racism growing up? First and foremost, it's a myth. It's a myth, okay? Black people might go through some. White people go through it. Asian people go through it. Jews go through it. Hispanics go through it. Every race has some form of prejudice, okay? It's not just a one-off. When people say, oh, that person's racist, they automatically, they're brainwashed into saying, okay, it's got to be a white person. Same thing with mass shooting. When I ask a person, what are your thoughts? What race comes to mind when it's a mass shooter? What race comes to mind? Everyone thinks white. Yeah, of course, because they are brainwashed by the lovely media. And this is what we get. This is why we need to retract it. We need to recharge the brain and the way that we think. Okay? So this is your one of the greatest basketball players that ever played the game is just talking about blackety black, doesn't trust white people, doesn't like white people, doesn't want to be around white people. Not maybe that context, but LeBron James, Los Angeles. Look at this. I found this story just digging in. Los Angeles home vandalized with the N-word graffiti. Look at this. This was in 2017, I believe. Wait. Yeah, 17. Listen to this shit. Okay, so he calls the police. He's supposed to be out of town. He calls the police and he says that his front gate was vandalized. All right, we're gonna read this. A source familiar with the incident told NBC News that the N-word had been spray painted on the gate. Now listen to this. The slur was painted over by the time officers arrived. So he stated that there was a crime. He stated that somebody painted the N-word on his gate outside of his residence, and when the officers arrive, it's painted over. Is that not a shit show lie? Like who's trying to deceive someone here, right? But these are the people that we're dealing with, right? He's just trying to fit the agenda. He's just trying to fit the narrative for what is actually going on, right? So here's the fence. This is his lovely fence that had the N-word. Whatever, I'm just putting N-word again. All right? And I can guarantee he's in an all-white community, right? Guarantee it. I'm not even looking into it because I'm not wasting my time with this bum, okay? All right? And it's just like, oh yeah, the N-word was spray painted on my front gate, officers. Can you come by and do a police report or investigate? Oh, sure, Mr. LeBron James, we'll be over there, no problem. Officers arrive and it's already covered up. Oh, thanks for destroying the evidence, but we'll give you a call back. Thank you. Right? So here, let's check this out. Let's check out what LeBron James has to say about racism.
And people, of course, think you're the big sports star, so you're immune to any social issue.
Is this gonna lag? You gotta be kidding me. Wow. Never fails, right? It's like the demons in your pocket. You try and all right, forget it. We're not doing it. But anyway, that just talked about him just verbal diarrhea, basically, of, saying, oh, the black man is oppressed, and, we don't know. Non-people of color don't know about what blacks go through, and, who continues to push it. Yeah, just shitting on white people with light context. But look at this here. Look at this. Read this one here. Los Angeles Lakers star LeBron James has agreed to a 2-year, $97.1 million contract extension for the 24-25 season. But he's talking about like he's a oppressed poor black man, right? And he doesn't. We don't know. We don't know what people of color go through. I can guarantee to all my listeners out there, with all of our combined incomes, the thousands upon thousands of followers and subscribers, I can guarantee with all our combined income, or even you just coming on and watching this video, this episode, add you on that, and we still would not even make that amount in our entire lifetime. Your families, my family combined. But he's going to sit there, going to bitch, piss, and moan and whine about how black people are oppressed and the racism and police brutality, etc., with no legitimate cause, right? And we talked about this. Unarmed white men, okay, unarmed white men are 3 times more likely to be shot by police. We talked about the statistics. We showed it on other videos. So that's a crock of shit. White police officers, or police officers in general, are not out there hunting black people. And if they are hunting black people, they are black criminals. The same thing with the ones that are probably being shot by police, the white criminals, okay? So stop your lies, sir. Stop your lies. And you want to go even a little bit furthermore? What do you think the fan demographics are for the NBA? What do you think they are? 46% of NBA fans are white people. That's almost half. 27% of them are black. All right? You want to check it out? Here's some. Look at this. We're talking about NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, hockey. All right? NBA, 46% white, 27% black, 23% Hispanic. Okay? NFL, 57% white, 20% black, 20% Hispanic. Major League Baseball, 60% white, 16% black, 20% Hispanic. NHL, at its highest, 61% white, 14% black, 21% Hispanic. I don't really give a shit about politics, which we should, but not on this channel. What are your thoughts on this? Who pays the toll? Who pays and floats the bill? Who is paying for all the concession stands, all the beers and the hot dogs and all get your beer here? Who's paying for all that shit? The majority of people. It's the most attended, the fans. It's white. It's not black. It's white. So who's paying his salary? Who's buying the tickets? Who's subscribing to all these sport packages? Legally. You know what I mean? Who's buying their jerseys? Who's supporting them financially? Who is supporting these athletes financially? It is the majority white fans of all sports. Let me have a sip of my beer. Everyone talks about the NBA. I just had shits and giggles, poops and giggles. Who do you think the NBA commissioner of the NBA is? Let's read it. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, he just took over. Religion and ethnicity, is he Jewish? So your NBA commissioner, the founder was Jewish, and the one prior was Jewish as well. So Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, he's Jewish. Isn't that a coincidence? What are you trying to get at, Triple D? I'm just saying. Jews don't like to be called that they're white. They hate white people too. We know it. We definitely know it. Black people hate white people. Jewish people hate white people. So there's your commissioner of the NBA. Excuse me. Check out the other one. Here was the one prior of the NBA, David Stern. You might remember his voice from when they drafted Shaquille O'Neal to the Orlando Magic. You remember his fucking annoying voice when Shaq got drafted. David Stern is a Jewish American. All right, another Jewish person. Isn't that special? What else, Triple D? What else are we going to cover? Remember Mark Cuban? We've seen them all in the Dallas Mavericks. I'm just throwing some stuff out there before we start, okay? Yeah, Mark Cuban is Jewish. Bet you didn't know that. I didn't even know that. Because they started talking about, we're going to get into it. Look at this. How many Jewish NBA owners are there? Well, there's 30 teams. Okay, there's 30 teams. 14 of those teams are owned by Jewish people. That's 46% of all of NBA teams are owned by Jewish people. Remember, Jewish people are literally, I think, 5.5 million people in the United States. They're 2% of the United States population, but they own 14 NBA clubs. You know how much money you have to own a fucking sports team? Do you know how much money you have to have? That's big buku bucks. That's big investments, man. What were you trying to get at, Triple D? I'm just talking. I'm just shedding information. I'm just showing you guys, man, how things lead from one thing to another. We're talking about mass shootings. White people are blamed when it's black people doing it. We have athletes, high-profiled athletes like LeBron James shitting on white people, wants nothing to do with white people, who pay his bill, who's pay his salary, and blame police officers, i.e. police officers, for arresting criminals and killing criminals, for criminals being criminals, right? And then the mockery, it's like, who's controlling the narrative, right? Who owns 96% of the United States media? It's Jewish people. There's 6 main companies that do. I'm not going to get into that, okay? But look at this. What about hockey? NHL, Gary Bettman. Look at that face. Look at that. Look at that. He's looking at him like he's going to give him a kiss. All right? Gary Bettman, another NHL commissioner, Gary Bettman. What about the Major League Baseball executive? Yes, he is an Ashkenazi Jew, Rod Manfred. He is Jewish. Okay? Let's check out the next one. And that's it. Let's do this. Let's close these out. And look at, I found this. Look at, I know America owns Israel, but it's crazy to me how most of the commissioners in pro sports are Jewish. They suck at sports. Why do they get to run them? Question mark. David Stern, NBA. Adam Silver, NBA. Gary Bettman, NHL. Bug Sieg, which it's the other guy we talked about, Major League. And Don Garber, Major League Soccer Association. That's another one that we didn't cover. Majority of the owners are Jewish as well. We need a black commissioner, whatever, in the NBA. Trust me, the Jews are the reason for the majority of the wars in this world. The Rothschilds run the world and get paid every time there's a war. They wiped out a whole Muslim country in Palestine and replaced it with a Jesus country, Israel. The Jews run the media too. Ion don't trust the Jews. We need more black owners. Again, let them fight amongst themselves. But this is the hypocrisy, isn't it? Wild, huh? So I hope you learned a thing or two from there. Let's get started. This is going to be a long-ass video. Long-ass video. You guys ready, though? Let's get into what we're really here for. Okay? All right, let's do this. So first story, we talked about Memphis, Tennessee, most dangerous city in the United States. Why? Because it's overwhelmingly black. Okay? There's nothing racist about saying that. And blacks are the highest contributors to crime. And it is what it is. So I'll kill you. Suspects steal elderly woman's car, run over her cat. This was July 3rd. You seeing this? July 3rd. Memphis, Tennessee, the search continues for suspects who robbed an elderly woman outside her home as she was searching for her kitten. So she was looking for a cat outside her home, and some black teens or black suspects just robbed her. 83-year-old Mary Holland says she was standing in the carport of the Netbush home looking for her kitten when two men, no black suspects, ran up and robbed her. Quote, I saw these guys, black guys, walking down the sidewalk, and one started running up to me, and I couldn't run. Holland said one of them told her, give me your keys, bitch. No, he didn't say that. If you don't, I'll kill you. He definitely would have said that. Let me have a quick sip. According to the police report, one of the men grabbed her and shoved her on the ground. Isn't that lovely? There's a nice assault from the black person. I scuffled. I tried to get away, but I couldn't, said Holland. The attack was so violent, it left her arm badly bruised and swollen. He twisted my arm, trying to get in my pocket. He got my keys out of my shorts pocket, she said. Holland said when the robbers took off in the car, they ran over the kitten, and they ran over and killed her cat. Unbelievable. Oh, here's some white supremacists at its finest, right? We talk about mass shootings. We talk about the overwhelmingly amounts of black crime in any area. Doesn't matter in white communities, black communities, Hispanic, Jewish, everywhere and anywhere, any community of whatever. It's these scumbags are again prowling and preying and hunting for you. Ready to watch the video? Let's watch the first video. All right. Here we go.
6:23 this morning, the search continues for the robbers who held up an elderly woman.
Oh, what do you guys see on this one? Black. So where's the diversity here, right? We've talked about this. Black people are in 50, 60, 70, 80% of all advertisement, marketing, and specifically in news reporting. So news anchors, commentators, etc. You know, there we go. We need more diverse people in this, please.
Outside her home as she was searching for her kitten.
Greg Hirsch talks with her about that terrifying encounter in this morning's Manhunt Monday.
I saw these two guys walking down the sidewalk, and one started running up to me, and I couldn't run.
Not many 83-year-olds do run. Mary Holland says she was standing in the carport of her Nutbush home looking for her kitten when two men ran up and robbed her.
Two black men ran up and robbed her. Let's be honest here.
He said, if you don't, give me your car keys. If you don't, I'll kill you.
According to the police report, one of the men grabbed Mary and shoved her to the ground.
I scuffled and I tried to get away, but I couldn't.
Holland says the attack was so violent, it left her arm badly bruised and swollen.
He done it, twisting my arm, trying to get in my pocket. He got my keys out of my shorts pocket.
Holland says,
I'm surprised he didn't go any further there, my dear, and I'm very glad it did not either. But let's continue.
Says when the robbers took off in her car, they ran over and killed her kitten. When police arrived, she says they told her she was the fifth victim that day.
Oh, again, repeat offenders? No. Black people, black teens, black suspects, black people just in general up to no good. Hunting, preying, and robbing. I'm telling you, I have not watched any of these videos, people. I grabbed the articles, I put it together. It's July 4th, okay? I'm trying to spend time with others over here after and get this done and pump it out there for each and every one of you, okay? Again, oh yeah, fifth time. This is the fifth report
They said they'd beat one guy up because he's trying to get his car and he wouldn't let him have it, so they beat him up.
Memphis police released this video of the two men believed to be involved in Holland's attack.
We are definitely looking for these suspects. We have the information out. The Violent Crimes Unit, our VCU unit, is working this case.
Police fear if they don't get these guys off the street soon, they're going to strike again.
Of course, repeat offenders. How many times we talked about this? But you know what? They'll book them and release. Book them and release. It just doesn't stop, man. And these are the people. These are the, again, what do you mean? What do you mean by people, Triple D? Black people. This is what we're talking about, the black people. High amounts of black crime everywhere. Okay? They don't care about anything. They have disregard to human life. Plain and simple. Okay?
Someone is going to fight back, and someone is going to get hurt, either the suspects or more victims, and we really don't want either.
If you know who attacked and robbed Mary Holland, you're urged to call Crime Stoppers at 901-528-CASH. Your tip could help put dangerous criminals behind bars. Remember, all calls are confidential.
Yep. What are your thoughts on that, people? What are your thoughts on that? First story down, another white victim due to black crime. Isn't that a peach? Isn't that a special? Isn't that a cup of tea for that elderly white female, right? Story after story after story of scumbag criminals, black scumbag criminals out there doing the exact same thing. This doesn't stop. Okay, we talked about the crime statistics. Just think about it. 800,000 to 1 million black on white crimes are committed every year. Just imagine how many black crimes, just in general, that are put upon their own people, Hispanic, Jews, Asian, everything and anything you can think of, include the white race as well. Well, the white race is not a race. You don't know what you're talking about, Triple E. Yeah, okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Look at Europe, man. Look at the beauty of Europe and how it was brought forth and brought over to the Americas, right? I don't need to talk about science. Don't need to talk about medicine. Don't need to talk about engineering, infrastructure, electricity, electronics, technology, travel, transportation, right? Again, right? Those are just a few things coming from the lovely Europe, right? But yeah, first story down. Let's check out the second story. You guys ready? Let's check it out. Scumbag here, black scumbag here. And I'm just going to start closing these out a little bit because I'm running low on room, but let's do the best that we can. Zach Stacy allegedly assaulted ex-girlfriend Kristen Evans during pregnancy. Ex-NFL player once threw her through a window. So once threw her through a window. We're going to watch the video. And then we're gonna watch the media-controlled video, and then we're gonna watch the actual video itself. Ex-NFL running back Zach Stacy was just arrested in Florida after video footage of him brutally beating the mother of his child in front of their baby went viral. But the woman says the horrifying ordeal was neither an isolated incident nor the worst she's experienced at his hands. So he's done worse than this, and I haven't even read this crap. All right. According to Kristen Evans, Stacy's ex-girlfriend, the 216-pound athlete, had physical assaulted her, on several other occasions, including when she was pregnant with the 5-month-old son. White victim, black crime. Wake up, white women. Wake up. I'm telling you, every episode I'm going to throw one of these in there. It's going to be either something in this to reflect something like this, okay? Something like this. Wow. In her restraining order application, anyway, I'm going to read it. I'm not even going to read it, okay? Black male beats the living shit out of this white female. You've probably seen this. It's a little bit older. What's the date on this? Of course, just no date. No date. Anyway, you guys ready for the video on this one? Let's check it out. Bear with me. How you doing, people? How are you doing?
Thanks so much for that, Kristen. We do start with that breaking news we told you about at the top. This is from overnight. Thanks so much for that, Kristen. We do start with that breaking news we told you about at the top. This is from overnight. Former NFL player Zach Stacy waking up in the Orange County jail this morning. This is his new mugshot. Fox 35 is working to learn the details of his arrest. We do know that he's accused of attacking his ex-girlfriend in her home just west of Orlando.
Yeah, the video of the attack is making national headlines, and when you see it, you understand why. We do want to warn you, it's violent and disturbing to watch. Fox 35's Amanda McKenzie is live. She's outside the county jail. Amanda, I know we spoke exclusively with the victim, and she says she wanted to release that video and had good reason to do it.
Again, black, white, white. Again, in 50%, right? The other one was what? 100%. The one before that, I think it was. Anyway, let's watch the video. Just follow the patterns, people. Watch this video. This one's horrible, man. There was another video of this guy breaking into this white woman's home and beating the living crap out of her too. And I don't think they knew each other. Okay, they had no relations with each other. But check this out, man. Check this out. Hey, white women, wake up. Wake up.
That's right. So Kristen Evans tells us that she wants this surveillance video to be put out there to the public so that she can help other women in similar situations. She says she is living in fear. Now take a look at this video. It is hard to watch. It's a brutal attack that Kristen Evans tells us made her realize enough was enough. She says Zachary Stacy has been violent throughout their relationship, and this most recent incident where the NFL running back throws her into a wall played out in front of their 5-month-old son.
Yeah, the son is on the couch. Look at this. Look at this. The son is on the couch. Okay, they're not even married. Remember we talk about, the black community is 65 to 70% of the black community is born out of wedlock. Like children are born out of wedlock. They're not even married. He knocked this broad up, this white female up. Now they have a kid, and he's literally beating the crap out of her. And there is story after story. There are thousands of stories just like this. Remember the last episode we talked about NFL murders? It's all black people, man. It's all black men. It's crazy. It's crazy.
NFL running back throws her into a wall played out in front of their 5-month-old son. She says she's working with attorneys to ensure that he doesn't get away with this. Here's what she had to say in this exclusive interview with Fox 35.
State of Florida, they see domestic violence as just a simple battery, which is a misdemeanor. But the fact that he damaged my property up to $1,000 makes it a criminal felony. So therefore, my TV is worth more than what my life is worth.
I didn't even hear this. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Listen to her.
Or my TV is worth more than what my life is worth.
My God.
Evans says she reported Stacy's violence to law enforcement before, but that it didn't go anywhere. Oakland police say
it's called black privilege. Black privilege.
They responded to the same address back on August 16th of this year to check on an argument between Stacy and Evans. Then about a month later, on September 26th, they responded again to investigate a possible domestic violence situation with the two.
Again, not his first time, not his first rodeo. How many times have we stated that? How many times have we seen that? Or stories like this? Again, you find us one story. I challenge you, black people, black community, people of color, I challenge you right now. You find us one story of a white ex-NFL or current NFL player, okay? You find a white NFL player who viciously assaulted his black girlfriend, just about what we're seeing now, what we are witnessing right now, and we'll watch the full 30 to 40 second clip after this that the media tries to cover up. They don't want you to know these things, okay? You find us one video. You won't. You definitely won't. It's like finding that golden ticket in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Do you know the chances of that are? It's almost nil, okay? It's like winning the jackpot in the Powerball or all these these lotteries that are out there. Man, come on, Triple D, get it together. All right, let's continue.
Stacy is currently being charged with criminal mischief and aggravated battery. He is expected to go before a judge for his first appearance this afternoon. Reporting live from the Orange County Jail, Amanda McKenzie, Fox 35 News.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Mackenzie. let's do this. You guys ready to see the actual true video? Let's see if I can find this here. Here she is. I'm going to turn off Mr. and Mrs. Oldies here. This one's horrible, man. Like, this guy, okay, come on. He literally beats the living crap out of her. Like, before we start this video, close your eyes. Close your eyes, people. Just imagine that this was your daughter. Whether you agree with her relations with this black man or not. Okay? It is what it is. Okay? Close your eyes. Imagine this was your daughter. Imagine this was your sister. If you're a grown-ass man, and this is your sister being pummeled by this black piece of shit. Maybe this is your granddaughter. What would you do? What would you do, people? You ready?
You think that was okay? Listen, now I do not. Please. You thought that was okay? And then you're going to ruin relationships and talking about I'm destructive? Listen.
Wow. Horrible, right? And there's probably more. I was trying to look for the actual video. And I couldn't find it, and I was really disappointed because I knew I put that video in one of the Stop the Black Bullshit episodes, and I have tens of thousands of videos, people. That a lot of them are organized, but it's very, very overwhelming and very time consuming. But again, going back to that video, what are your thoughts on that, people? You find us one white man doing that to a black girlfriend or ex-girlfriend or spouse or significant other, per se. You won't find one. Same thing with you won't find two black teens going into a black community, robbing an 80-something-year-old elderly lady, and running over her cat. Yeah? Are you seeing the patterns? Are you sick of me repeating myself? This is why I do it, to get in your head. So when you have a conversation with someone who's ignorant, use the information that we talk about, share the stories, and say, hey, this, that, and the other. We are learning, not only from each other, we're not only educating each other, but we're bringing it to light. You got it? So do your part, people. Do your part. What's the next one? Here's the next one. We talked about it. This is June 12th. So it's semi-relevant. Oh, look at these white supremacists. They're in hoods. Don't they look like they're in hoods, right? You got the white hoods. White hoods. Wrong race. Yeah, again. Black. So these black scumbag piece of shits. Read the title. Deputies, 5 suspects pistol whip white man. So 5 black suspects pistol whip white man. Shot dog during home invasion in Escambia County. That's in Florida, I guess. And wasn't the first story of that white elderly female? They robbed her, the same kind of thing, and they ran over her kitten? Killed the kitten? Now, these guys, are they not the same people? No, of course they're not. Different state, Triple D. Get it together, buddy. Get it together. Let's read this. We'll watch the video after this. Escambia County, Florida, a white man was pistol whipped and a dog was shot during a home invasion Monday morning in Escambia County. It happened around 2:30 a.m., so they caught this guy off guard. He was sleeping. They probably kicked in his door and put a gun in his face and beat the shit out of him. That's what I'm saying, people. Always be prepared for the worst. I don't care if you're going to a gas station. I don't care if you're going to a Walmart, if you're going to a CVS, a Walgreens, you're going to a drive-thru to get McDonald's or whatever, man. If you're going to a Chuck E. Cheese, if you're going to an amusement park, you're going to Disney, you're going to, I don't know, whatever, man. Carnivals, festivals, wherever you're going, grocery stores. Be careful. You're going on an outing to get away from the city to a lake and with your family. Be careful. Learn to protect yourself. Be aware of situations. Not only be aware for them, but always have a backup plan. Okay? What ifs. We've heard of the what ifs, right? So if ABC happens, we got to do XYZ. Okay? And if whatever, protect and prepare, people. Prepare and protect yourself. All right, let's continue. According to the Escambia County Sheriff's Office, they put it in there, but they won't put it in the title. Oh, and they even look at this. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? This is a first in a very long time. What do we see here, people? What do we see here? All right, this is Where's Waldo. This is spot the difference. What are we spotting right now? We see 5 black. Black is in lowercase. Isn't that a first? Wow. Look at it. Where News 3. Huh. Crazy, man. All right. 5 black males. Perfect. Love it. Call it out. Now they need to do this on, 100% of all the other fucking news articles and reports that they need to investigate on. With guns, broke into a small building where an elderly white man had been living. They demanded money. And when the victim said he didn't have any, the suspects pistol whipped him in the head and hand. Deputies say the suspects then tried to break into a mobile home on the property, but were unsuccessful. They shot into the mobile home, striking a dog inside. The sheriff's office released surveillance footage Monday afternoon showing the suspects entering the home with guns. Definitely white supremacy. These Ku Klux Klan members are everywhere, man. Hunting down white people. According to the sheriff's office, a man was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The dog was also taken to the veterinarian for treatment. Deputies found the shell casings on the scene. Authorities did a canine track in the area, but were unsuccessful in locating any black suspects. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Ready to watch the video? Let's watch the video. We're going through these great.
Well, one man was hurt and a dog shot after an early morning home invasion in Escambia County. It happened on Majors Road, just off Palafox. And the sheriff's office says 5 men broke into a building about 2:30 this morning where an elderly man had been living.
Oh, here's your diversity at its finest. You can't escape this shit, people. Follow the patterns. Yes, we know Triple D. Yes, blacks are overwhelmingly in the news reporting department, etc. Yes, diversity higher. Again, I'm going to continue to expose it, repeat myself, be repetitive as can be. All right? Black, white. What a coincidence. 50%. Let's continue. Only 12 to 12.5% of the population, and 50, 60, 70, 80% of all media.
The group demanded money, and deputies say when the man told them he didn't have any, they pistol whipped him. WEAR's Tanner Stewart joined us. Now, Tanner, the sheriff's office says the suspects, they tried breaking into multiple homes last night. Oh, they didn't go door to door selling Girl Scout cookies? They didn't go door to door trying to, ask for, some tin cans or aluminum cans, for a cause for their black community? No. They just went in and tried to kick in doors and put guns to people's heads and beat them and assault them and threaten their lives and kill dogs. And this doesn't stop, man. Again, you find us a story of 5 white males going into a black resident's home and beating the living tar out of him, and then going to a location or residence behind him, a trailer behind them, and shooting the dog. You won't find one, but here you will. Here you definitely will. Welcome to Let's Talk Black Crime, when all it is talking about blackity black and black criminals everywhere continuously committing all the crimes in the United States, but white America is blamed for it. So welcome to Let's Talk Black Crime.
That's right. So both of these homes are on the same property. The homeowners say this has never been an issue in the whole neighborhood, though. It just happened so fast.
It's never an issue until certain people come into the neighborhood. I've talked about it, right? It doesn't matter how white the neighborhood, doesn't matter how black the neighborhood is. People are going to want to do something, they're going to want to do something. It doesn't matter. Get it through your heads. Get it through your heads. Okay? Wow, you're hearing all those lovely fireworks in the back. Oh, I wish you guys can hear these.
It was just the scariest thing I've ever been through.
She white on Major Street in Escambia County are giving credit to both their Ring doorbell camera and their golden retriever Kane.
Kane, as Jesse Lee Peterson would say, he white.
For helping stave off an attempted armed robbery early Monday morning.
We were asleep. It was like 2:30 in the morning, and we heard a bunch of commotion, and our dog ran out our room and into the living room and started barking. We heard like a big bump, and then we heard a bunch of pops. we thought it was fireworks, but like our dog came back to our room like whining.
That's a good dog.
These surveillance photos show the masked men approaching the front of the house.
No, these masked black men. Again, this guy definitely must be a white supremacist or a KKK member because he's in a white hood. I don't know, man. These days are strange times. You got men trying to be like women and women trying to be men and operations here, there, and everything. And now maybe you have black men trying to be in the KKK. I don't know. What are your thoughts, people?
At least 2 of them firing shots before taking off down the road. One of those bullets hit Kane's ear and narrowly missed family members inside.
My son and my nephew are on the couch, and when the bullets came through the house, the bullets literally just went all around them. One went through the couch they were sitting on, and 3 of them went directly beside where my son was sitting.
Just moments before cameras caught the suspects out front, deputies say they had already reached their first victim in the backyard.
Our dad started beating at our back door because he lives behind us, and he had been hurt. He was pouring blood out of his head.
As soon as they come in, they asked me, "Where's your money at? Give me your money."
Curtis Beasley suffered blows to the head and several broken bones in his hand, where he says he was beaten with a gun.
When they came in, I thought the way they was acting serious, and I thought they was fixing to kill me and my wife.
Yeah, they probably were. And this is the thing, right? It's like don't assume. Don't assume like, oh, you know, what if, right? That this is the problem with there's a lot of naive people out there. Oh, it's not going to happen to me. Assume the worst. Even when you don't have 5 black son of a bitches pointing a gun in your face and assaulting you, attacking you. Assume the worst. When you're walking down the street and you see a group of black teens or black thugs, walk the other direction. Get the hell away. Maybe turn around and go the other way. Same thing when you're pulling into a convenience store. Okay? You see a bunch of thugs hanging out, looking up to no good, staring at you, eyeing you down, scoping you out, seeing what you have maybe, trying to test the grounds, test the waters. Maybe turn around, go to the next gas station, maybe the convenience store. You know what I mean? Be ready at all times. You just never know, people.
I think if I'd have maybe pulled out a gun or act defense, I think they'd have killed me. I feel like somebody that knows me real close planned this here and had them to do it.
Sheriff Chip Simmons echoed the idea this was no random act.
No, there's your KKK member right there. God, man, that's what we're continuously told, that white supremacy, Nazis, Klansmen are out there hunting black people nonstop. Here's one of them. So, hey, black people, black community, here's your lovely picture boy. Here's your picture image. Put that out there. Wow, these fireworks are popping off. Sorry, people. But again, here's black people, black community, people of color. Here's your poster boy. Let it sink in. There's your KKK member. We got to find this person. Find this person. Got it?
Telling me the suspects clearly thought there was money to be taken.
It wasn't random. It looks as if they were going to this location for a reason, and we're looking into that at the same time that we're looking to identify the individuals that are responsible.
Sheriff Simmons says their
good
first
luck.
goal now is find motive. They don't have any names or ages of these suspects yet, but assured us that someone in the community does know these men and will help lead to an arrest.
Yeah, somebody in the community knows these men. Yeah, knows these men. What type of men? Black men? Did they give it any description? Did they give any description? No, they just gave the photos. Well, it's pretty self-explanatory, Triple D. You know, look, they're black. Well, in the eyes of some people, they're ignorant, they're dumb, they're stupid. They might say, oh, no, he ain't black. Just like I made up a stupid comment, or I just kept going on. Oh, look at he's a KKK member. Maybe blacks want to be in the Klan, or maybe whatever the cat. I'm just joking. I'm making stupid stuff up there to see how moronic these things are, right? Yeah, unbelievable. What are your thoughts on that one, people? Another white man and also another animal as victims, right? Yep. Let's go to the next one. You guys ready? Let's do this. This is the next one. What are your thoughts on this? Pregnant victim. Hold on a second. Let's do this. Pregnant victim. Sorry, people. April 12th. This one's a little old. I had this in the bag of goodies on my Black Hate Crimes, and I just started throwing them in there. I don't care. We need to care. Triple D. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me retract that. Let me rephrase that. I care. That's why I'm exposing it. Pregnant victim randomly attacked by group of teenagers. Speaks out. Not black teenagers? Yeah, okay. We're going to watch the video. Black. They beat the living shit out of her, too. Quincy, Mass. A pregnant woman's pain screams could be heard in Quincy courtroom Thursday as Judge Mark Colvin watched a video that prosecutors say shows the woman being beaten by 2 Quincy teenagers outside a downtown post office. So a pregnant white woman's outside a post office, 2 black teens start beating the shit out of her. Again, reverse the races. You find us one story of 2 white teens beating the shit out of a black pregnant female outside of a post office. You won't find one. You will not find one. After watching the video, Colvin ruled that the 2 defendants, Tyrese, that's a white supremacist name, D. Johnson Nurse, and David Russell, 18, could pose a danger to the public, and ordered that they adhere to the additional conditions, including wearing a GPS monitoring. Yeah, those don't work worth shit, especially the ones that are following up with them, right? If released, the 2 had been held behind bars since their arrest Tuesday on charges of aggravated assault and battery on a pregnant woman and assault and battery. Excuse me. Russell, who is also charged with the assault and battery with a dangerous weapon, was expected to be released on Friday with a GPS monitor. He was not required to post bail, but must stay away from the woman. So he beat the shit out of the woman and her child in the womb. And he was released, and he's basically just ordered to say, okay, now listen, Mr. Russell, we're just telling you that you need to stay away from that white woman. Yeah, a black man staying away from a white woman. 40,000 plus black on white rapes annually. Yeah, we're gonna see. That's not talking about assaults. That's not talking about assaults. It's probably much higher. Black men physically assaulting white women. Shit, we just saw a video. What was it, the ex-NFL player? Doesn't stop, man. Or the first video, the 80-something-year-old elderly white woman, they assaulted her, they bruised and damaged her wrists, etc. Yeah, it doesn't end, man. Any witnesses remain in his house except to go to work, blah, 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 blah. So here's your lovely peaches. Black. Tyrese D. Johnson, Nurse, David Russell. Yeah. And here's your victim. We're going to watch the video. Hindi told police that Russell had kicked her in the stomach and said, "I hope he dies." And I'm not laughing for the fact of the crime. I'm not laughing for the fact it's so obnoxious. It is so repetitive that it's like it doesn't surprise me. It shouldn't surprise us because these are the people. Again, these are the people that we are dealing with. How many times have I told you? Black people do not like white people. Why do you say that, Triple D? What do I always say, people? What do I always say? Black people don't like white people because they continuously rob, rape, and murder us. You don't believe me? You don't believe us? How many episodes have I done? How many episodes have we done? How many black sexual predator episodes are out there? There's probably about 70. How many child victims of black crime episodes out there? There's probably about 40. Remember, how many videos are on each episode? Anywhere from 10 to 20 on those. What about black hate crimes? There's 20 videos on each episode. And then black crime in general, there are 100 episodes on each black crime video. 100 news episode clippings on each black crime video of blacks running rampant, robbing, raping, murdering, carjacking, gangs, mass shootings, everything you can think of in relevance of now. But white supremacy is the biggest threat to the United States of America. I am building a catalog. This is a catalog of everything. We're going over from past to present. News stories of not only white victims, we're talking about all victims in the hands and due to black crime. Okay? You got it? Ready to watch the video? Let's watch the video. Let's check it out.
The alarming video shows Leanne Hindi plead The alarming video shows Leanne Hindi pleading for mercy as two young men punch her and push her to the ground.
Yeah, two young men, right? It's like, okay, you can't call it two black men, two black suspects. No, you can't do that, right? Let's see it again.
For mercy as two young men punch her and push her to the ground.
I just remember being thrown over to the ground and trying to get control over myself, but it was so quick and so sudden.
Leanne says she repeatedly told her attacker she was 3 months pregnant, to which one suspect allegedly responded, "I will kill your kid."
I just was trying to cover myself. That's all I was thinking about, was just covering my tummy.
I seen him spit on her and then started attacking her.
Witnesses jumped in to help. Leanne's boyfriend tried to fend off the attackers. Even an elderly man in the red hat there steps in, throwing multiple punches. Leanne cannot understand what triggered the violence, but says she was feeling nauseous from her pregnancy and vomiting near the sidewalk of Quincy's downtown post office Tuesday evening.
And this is the thing, right? Wake up, white people. Wake up, people in general. What triggered it? No, she doesn't know what triggered it. This is what I said. When you're walking down the street and you see a group of people, okay, thugs, teens, whatever you want to call them, go the other direction. Or hopefully you can handle yourself and you know how to fight. Because these days, it's dirty. Okay? It's 2-on-1, 3-on-1, 4-on-1, nonstop. Or that they use a knife, they use a weapon, they use a bat, they use a hammer, they use a gun. It doesn't matter. When people, like I said, when people want to do something, they're going to do it. Doesn't matter if you have a weapon on you, or if you have an alarm in your home or your car. People, if they're going to want to do something, they're going to do it. What triggered it? One, because you're probably white. You're an easy target. And black people don't like to be told, first and foremost, what to do. This is why they have horrible, horrible encounters with police. Okay, police officers of all races, specifically black, because the ones patrolling and policing black communities are black officers. So that white fucking police officer narrative is bullshit. So one, it's because you're white. Two, you're an easy prey. Three, black people don't like to be looked at by white people, or like they always have a chip on their shoulder, man. It's like angry black man, angry black woman, teens up to no good, trying to look and hunt and prey and rob somebody or attack somebody for the fuck of it. How many excuses do we need for these people? Oh, it's mental health. It's 400 years of slavery. Oh, it's the white man to blame for all the cause. It's just like the LeBron James bullshit, right? It's like, it's nonsense, man. But why? What instigated it? Why? Why don't you ask them? They won't be honest with you. It doesn't matter. They just did it. They do it. Forget the wondering of why. They just do it. This is how it is. This is what it is.
And then all of a sudden, these kids came over and started laughing at me because I wasn't feeling well, and I was just, hunched over holding my stomach. And then the kid proceeded to keep laughing and then spit on me.
Police arrested 19-year-old Tyrese Johnson Nurse and 18-year-old David Russell.
And I just thought about this, okay? Has race been mentioned? Has this been possible hate crime? If this woman was Jewish, this would be labeled as a hate crime. If this woman was Asian, it would be labeled as a hate crime. Would it not? Possibly Hispanic, 50-50? Yeah. It's all the Hispanic brothers and sisters out there, right? It's like, again, race hasn't been mentioned. It will not be mentioned. They spit on this female. That's an assault, whether you like to hear it or not, okay? And then they physically assaulted the shit out of her. Okay, no care or for human life. Lives. She was 3 months pregnant, okay? And so they spit on her. These are all hate crime. You don't need to say, oh, hey, whitey, hey, cracker, hey, honky, hey, white devil, whitey, white. Well, I'm beating you because you're white. That happens all the time. You don't need to say, oh, I'm insulting that person because they're white, and you're just doing it. This is a hate crime. This is a hate crime, but they won't specify or label it. And why won't they do that? Because it doesn't fit the narrative, Triple D. Doesn't fit the narrative. But if the races were reversed, it'd be a hate crime. Imagine 2 white teens beating the shit out of a fucking pregnant black woman. We might have already talked about this, but this is how simplified it is.
And Leanne is grateful so many strangers risk their safety to help her.
Thank God for the citizens, and thank God for my boyfriend who came right to my rescue to help me. And if it wasn't for them, I don't know if I would be okay.
And you see, she said South Shore Hospital, and she's got scrubs on. She works in the medical field. She's a medical professional. Do you think those 2 black teens were productive to society? Productive members of society? No productive member of society is going to go up and beat the shit out of somebody just for the fuck of it. If you see somebody sick, hunched over, and they're vomiting or whatever, yeah, you might giggle because they might be making some funny faces here and there. Yeah, we can all agree on that, right? Again, take race out of it. But if someone's, what gives that person the right, if somebody's violently sick or violently ill, hunched over, is first none of our fucking business, for one. If I saw somebody sick on the side of the road, maybe you as well, I wouldn't sit there and start laughing in their faces. Okay, I'd be like, is that person okay? Like, are they sick? Like, do they need medical attention? Do they need help? Or I'll keep walking. I'll just give a quick glance and like, ooh, that sucks. You know what I mean? Right? Wouldn't you do the same? Yeah, of course. But would you go up and verbally and physically assault a random stranger? So you see somebody vomiting. Would you go up and spit on them? Take race out of it. Would you go up and spit on them and then start beating the shit out of them? It's specifically a female. These are cowards. This is what I'm talking about. Most vulnerable people are children, women, and elderly. How many story after story after story? They come, black criminals, black thugs, black piece of shit teens, or just criminals in general. They come in numbers. They attack in swarms. They don't care for human life. They hate white people, and they're going to do whatever the hell they want to do to get what they want. And if you tell them other, it'll make matters worse. You got it? How easy is that to understand? Let's continue. Sorry for me rambling on, people.
Now, Leanne says she did go to the hospital. Thankfully, she and her baby are going to be okay.
Well, she and her baby are going to be okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Definitely glad to hear that. What happened to the last video? Last. Don't tell me I closed that one out. Hold on a second, people. Bear with me. All right, here it is. She was hiding on us. All right, last video, March 7th, 2023. Let's knock this out of the park. All right. 8 suspects sought after woman brutally assaulted near Philadelphia City Hall. Same kind of relevance, but we have 8 suspects. Excuse me. Let me rephrase that. 8 black suspects sought after white woman brutally assaulted near Philadelphia City Hall. Video shows at least one suspect stomping on the victim at 15th and Chestnut. All right. Let's check out the white supremacists that are attacking black people like LeBron James says Philadelphia police are seeking 8 suspects, black suspects, for brutally attacking a woman just a block from City Hall. Video of the incidents was released on Tuesday morning. We're going to watch that. Don't worry. The assault happened at 15th and Chestnut around 7:12 p.m. on February 23rd. Police say the victim, a 33-year-old white woman, got that? White woman, was knocked down by a group of people. No, they didn't say white woman, and they just said people. Ready? Police say that the victim, a 33-year-old white woman, was knocked down by a group of black people. Can we say that? Can you redo the title for us, media? No, you won't do that. Doesn't fit your agenda, doesn't fit your narrative. The suspects, black suspects, then beat the victim until she was unconscious. Beat her until she was unconscious. The video shows at least one suspect stomping on her. Black. Oh, look at some real productive citizens. Oh, black. Unbelievable. The suspect sought for the brutal attack on a woman on the 15th Chestnut in Philadelphia on February 23rd. Let's repeat this again for all the black people, all the black community members out there pumping their black fists. Black Lives Matter. Don't you love stories like this? Don't you love the 4 to 5 stories that we continuously cover on Black on White Crime Report? Black people, people of color, black communities. You do. You love it, right? To really show and shine what type of people that are coming out of your communities, right? It just doesn't end. And we're here to shine it to light. We're here to expose it, to show you how moronic it is and how ignorant you all are for not calling it out. You support the black cause. You definitely do. You know what black cause you support? You support the criminal black cause. That's what it is. The group then walks away. One of the suspects picks up a bike off the ground while leaving. Surveillance images show several suspects using bikes. Quote, kids don't have nothing to do and their parents need to get more involved with what they do when they leave the house every day, unquote, said Jamal Butler, who was walking in the area of the beating. Now, we're not going to read the rest of this crap. You know what? This is it. It's like, who's raising who? It doesn't matter if they're a single parent family home or single parent family home or married or mother and father involved. This is black culture, man. Well, you can't say that, Triple. It is, man. It's the hip hop, it's the rap, it's the gangs, it's the hood rat bullshit, it's the ghetto slang, it's the Ebonics garbage bullshit, it's the low IQ, intelligent black community members. This is what it is. This is what is out there. And you know what? People are out there thinking that this is cool as shit. There are naive white students, there are naive white children out there looking up to this and thinking, oh, it's cool to be black and it's cool to listen to black music, but they're beating them. They're beating white children in the streets nonstop. They're assaulting, robbing, raping, murdering white people in the streets nonstop. And they're not shown stories like this. They're not exposed to this stuff. And the majority of white communities that do get exposed to this, or they're shown stuff like this, you know what they do? Like I talked about the 31%, so 62% of the population, split it up 31. Half of the ones that don't give, they just don't give a shit. The 31%, oh, I don't care. It's not on my front doorstep. I don't care. There are better and bigger things out in the world that I need to worry about. But then the next week they're raped. The next month their car's broken into. The next year they're carjacked at a gas station. Or 2 years from then they're viciously assaulted. A story like this, minding their own business down the street. Maybe they're going into Walmart and some black people start beating the shit out of them, assaulting them, spitting on them. Christ, the last story was a white female at a post office outside with her boyfriend. She's spat at and then she's physically assaulted, man, for no apparent reason. This is like, oh, what instigated it? What caused these black teens to do these horrible crimes? Because they don't give a shit. It's animalistic behavior, man. I'm sorry, it is. It's tribal animalistic behavior. It's like it is. But anyway, let's watch the video. Knock this episode out. You ready?
More arrests could happen today after a woman going to get her hair done was viciously beaten in Center City.
And so disturbing to see this assault on camera.
Oh, here we go. Black, white. Again, follow the patterns, right? Let's start it over again. So I wasn't even aware of this. I grab these, I go with them. I go on the fly. Full tilt, no script written. Not paid for this. It is what it is. Let's get to it, right? Again, apologies if you can hear the July 4th fireworks in the background outside of my home. It's not gunshots. But yeah, here it is, man. It's like she was out going to get her hair done. A white female walking the streets going to get her hair done at a salon, right? And black people don't like that, right? Because that's white privilege. But let's continue.
More arrests could happen today after a woman going to get her hair done was viciously beaten in Center City.
And so disturbing to see this assault on camera. The suspects who are already in custody, we're told, are teenagers.
No. The black suspects are the criminals. Why don't you call that out? Black suspects, black people. Oh, I just saw this here again. Another black news reporter, another news anchor. She black.
Teenagers in this case. Our Jasmine Payute has been following.
Jasmine Payute. Play the flute, Payute.
The story. She's joining us live now from Center City with more on the case. So what do we know at this point, Jasmine? Good morning.
Good morning, Janelle. Jim, out of the three suspects who have turned themselves in, police say the youngest is only 13 years old, and we're told charges have been approved by the district attorney's office. Now take a look at the suspects in question. Police say out of them, a 14-year-old boy, 13-year-old boy, and 14-year-old girl turned themselves in.
All white supremacists here. You know, these stories are a dime a dozen, right? These stories are a dime a dozen. Did you hear the ages? 13, 14, 15. What were you people doing at 13, 14, 15? I remember I told a story when I was 15 what I was doing. I had my first kiss with a girl. I smoked my first joint. I had my first sip of a beer. I was playing baseball. I had a paper route. I worked at a pizza shop. I was in school. You know, that's what I was doing. I wasn't going out at 7:30 p.m. hunting black people and beating the shit out of a single black female who was trying to get her hair done with, you know, half a dozen of my white brothers and sisters in the community going hunting and praying fucking a black person or just a person in general. But this is this is nonstop. Look at Chicago. Chicago was just shut down, man. As it is almost every weekend. Not only from looting, but from flash mobs, man. Chicago, literally, I think it was shut down last night. Because there were hundreds upon hundreds of teens just like this, smashing cars, destroying property, dancing on cars, shaking their asses, being vulgar, belligerent, blasting music, fighting amongst themselves. Black people, black community doing this shit. This is what it is. This is not a white thing. This is a black thing. People say that, oh, crime is up and we have a crime problem, we have a gun problem. No, it's not the guns that are killing people. It's the ones pulling the trigger. It's not who are committing the high amounts of the murders and who are committing the high amounts of the crimes. It's these fucking people. It's the same thing within the schools. It's the same thing within the streets. Where is it coming from? Who is committing it? It's these people. What do you mean by these people, Triple D? Black people. Get it right. But the media won't call it out. Black people and black communities who supposedly stand for the cause will not call it out.
All suspects had warrants out for their arrest. They are 3 of 8 people wanted for violently attacking a woman on 15th Street in Center City last week. Caught on surveillance, the victim says she was walking to a hair appointment when the group approached her and started hitting her, leaving her with a swollen face, bloody cheek, and other injuries.
Yeah, you go to get your hair done, and then you're viciously assaulted and attacked by 8 black teens. And you know what? Like, I'm laughing here for the fact it's like, think of the long run, the overall effect of this. They talk about post-traumatic stress disorder and stuff like that. Like, imagine what, you know, any victim of an assault like that, or a rape, or sexual assault, or, you know, almost at the end of your life, someone's putting a gun to your head and saying they're going to kill you, or a weapon just in general, like the elderly, oh, I'm going to kill you. Like, imagine what's going through your brain at that time, at that moment of time. Just imagine. And then after it's all said and done, when you're left with cuts and bruises, or you might be going to the hospital for a rape kit, you know, just after it's all said and done, imagine the trauma that you have to go through mentally, the mental struggle that you have to get by, to get over. That's another hurdle that these victims have to go through. And it's horrible, people. It's absolutely horrible. But white man bad.
We spoke with the 34-year-old and her father, who had a message to the teenager's parents.
I guess I would question how in the world you raise somebody to behave like that. And I hope you expect better from your children in the future, because on this pathway, they're going nowhere. They will be a complete waste to society. Their lives will have been wasted, and it will be a total loss for everyone.
Yeah, total loss. Good for you to point it out. So he was a doctor. That's the father of the victim. All right. It said Dr. Did it say William Pierce? Hold on. I'm sorry. I thought it said William Pierce. Dr. William Course. There's another person you want to look into is Dr. William Pierce. He's a race realist, okay? We'll leave it at that.
It will be a total loss for everyone.
Identified 7 of the 8 people wanted. They are still looking for this person who you see on your screen here.
Black person.
Suspect they believe has some connection to them.
More arrests could happen.
Yeah. There it is. There it is. More black on white crime. Isn't that lovely? I'm still waiting for all the haters. I'm still waiting for all the people out there that are shitting on white people, that continues to tell white people how bad they are and they're the cause for all crime. for all the black people's problems in society from present to past, right? So we're still waiting for all these videos of how bad white people are, and they're attacking black people in the streets and holding the black man down, and making them oppressed and etc. Doesn't end, right? Look at an hour and 35 minutes into it. Hour and 35 minutes into it. Hey, check out these people. You have not. This is the Freedom and Separation Network. You seen Eggplant Shine in there? One of my brothers does some fantastic work covering white victims due to black crime. Check him out on BitChute. Enter Eggplant Shine. We also have Freedom and Separation. Philip over there with the network. You see William Wallace. That's a great movie. Braveheart. And we have The Focus, the Italian female herself. The Focus. Check her out. And we also have Hemp Man. Also, check us out, man. We're all on the Freedom and Separation Network, and check them out. Check them out. But anyway, happy July 4th, people. Thank you for joining me on this lovely adventure, lovely shit show, lovely circus, lovely big bag of nothing that we've covered here. Well, it's not a big bag of nothing, but it just doesn't stop, man. You dig into Mr. Santa Claus's goodie bag, into his bag there, and you pull out one, and you got another half a dozen there ready to go, ready to shine, ready to bring to light of white victims, right? What do you talk about, Triple D? I don't know. I'm kind of tired. I'm getting this over with. I got some things I got to do after this, so I'm trying to rush this episode out there for all of you. But I hope you enjoyed it. More white victims due to black crime. As always, just doesn't end. And take care of yourselves, people. Take care of yourselves. Remember, watch your surroundings and the people in them. Might save your life. Also might save a thing or two also, right? So anyway, we'll check you on the next one. Hour and 37 minutes in. I'm your host, as always, Triple D, Deceit, Delusion, and Detection. Episode 24, Black on White Crime Report, is now kaput. It's done. Wiedersehen, au revoir, a bientôt, and we'll catch you on the next one. All right. Ciao, everyone. Ciao.